If you're living abroad and relying on United States Social Security, you might be in for a big surprise. Recent reports have revealed that some people have had their Social Security payments suspended, leaving them scrambling to figure out why. So what's going on? Who's affected? And how can you make sure it doesn't happen to you?
The Social Security Administration, or SSA, requires retirees living abroad to fill out a Proof of Life form, SSA 7162, every year. This form is used to confirm that the recipient is still alive and eligible to receive payments. If you don't send this form back in time, your benefits can be suspended without warning.
But here's the catch. Many people never received this form. Normally, at the end of each year, SSA sends a reminder to retirees living abroad to submit it. But this year, it seems many people didn't get that reminder. We've heard from friends that they don't get a form every year, and maybe once every 4 years they'll get one. Others didn't even know it was required. And now, as of February, some retirees are facing unexpected disruptions to their income. Even more concerning, Social Security sometimes requires this form every 2 years instead of annually, depending on your case. And if you're one of those people and didn't submit it last year, but didn't face an issue, you might not have realized that skipping it again could lead to a suspension.
According to reports, the problem is affecting people across multiple countries. Some retirees only found out their payments were suspended when they checked their bank accounts and saw no deposit. Others received letters from SSA, but the timing left them scrambling to fix the issue.
As we were preparing for this video, we noticed a flurry of chatter from retirees in Mexico and beyond who were suddenly missing their payments. We'll give you a real-life example from someone who did everything right and found their payment suspended.
This issue mainly affects United States retirees who, 1. haven't submitted the SSA 7162 form, 2. are living outside of the United States. So far, U.S. embassies in Costa Rica, Haiti, and Mexico have issued notifications about this issue. And 3. might have missed communications from the SSA due to outdated contact information.
In some cases, retirees in certain countries face additional restrictions on receiving Social Security benefits. The SSA has a list of restricted countries where benefits may be suspended if certain conditions aren't met. If you live in one of these countries, you need to stay extra vigilant. We'll include a link in the description.
For many retirees abroad, Social Security is their main or only source of income. Losing it, even for a few months, can mean being unable to pay rent, buy groceries, or cover healthcare expenses. We've seen cases where people only realized their benefits were suspended when their bank balance reached zero.
Here's a real example from someone in Mexico. They mailed their SSA 7162 form with tracking, even received confirmation from the U.S. Federal Benefits Unit in Mexico City, but when their Social Security check didn't arrive, they called the SSA only to be told their payment was suspended because their form was never received. And get this, they weren't alone. When they finally spoke to the FBU rep, they were told this issue affected about 3,000 other retirees here in Mexico due to a system glitch.
Can you believe it? 3,000.
No, that's a lot of people.
Thankfully, their payment was reinstated after speaking with the right person, but this just proves how easily things can go wrong, even if you follow all the rules. This is why it's so important to double-check your SSA status before you miss a payment.
If you're worried about your benefits, here's what you should do. 1. Check your status. If you haven't received the SSA 7162 form, download it from the Social Security website or contact the nearest U.S. embassy or consulate. We've included a link to the SSA website where you can download your form. Number 2, submit the form ASAP. Print, sign, and mail it back. Unfortunately, emailed PDFs are not accepted. Number 3, update your contact info. If the SSA doesn't have your latest address, you might miss critical notifications. You can update your information via My Social Security account or by calling the SSA.
And if your benefits have already been suspended, don't panic. Contact SSA immediately, explain the situation, and submit your form. The sooner you act, the faster your payments can be reinstated. But be aware, it might take several weeks, so prepare accordingly.
Yikes. And while we're talking about Social Security and living abroad, we would like to share some other little-known rules we learned that could cost you money.
One huge thing people forget about is that Medicare does not work outside of the United States. So if you move abroad and rely on Medicare, you can't use it for healthcare overseas. That means you need private insurance or be prepared to pay out of pocket for medical care.
Did you know that Social Security benefits can be taxed, even if you live abroad? Some countries don't tax Social Security payments, but others do. Plus, if you earn too much money from other sources, your SSA benefits could be subject to U.S. taxes. Beyond just Social Security, there are other big issues that U.S. retirees face abroad.
If SSA doesn't have your updated address, for example, they can't send you critical forms like SSA 7162. Make sure your mailing address is correct, and if possible, use a reliable address where mail can actually reach you. For example, in our case, we have a service with a United States address that brings all of our correspondence down to San Miguel once or twice a week, and that's how we ensure that we get everything that is mailed to us sent directly to here in San Miguel.
Most foreign banks will accept direct deposit from SSA, but some won't. If you're moving abroad, check the Social Security website for a full list of countries where direct deposit payments are available, and with your bank to make sure you can still receive your payments. We'll leave a link below.
If you have a pension or receive retirement benefits from another country, this can also affect your ability to receive SSA benefits. Your US benefits may be reduced if you pass certain thresholds. Check the International Agreements section of SSA website for more information. We'll leave the link below. If you need to get in touch with SSA, here are a few key contact points.
SSA's Federal Benefits Unit at the U.S. Embassy or consulate closest to you.
Just do a quick Google search. In Mexico, there are 3: the U.S. Embassy in Mexico City, the U.S. Consulate offices in Guadalajara and Ciudad Juárez.
The SSA's international phone line is 410-965-7306.
Or you can try contacting your SSA field office, which may be handling your case. This is a big deal for many retirees, but the good news is it's fixable. Make sure you're staying on top of the SSA's requirements and keeping your information up to date.
If you or someone you know has been affected, let us know in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on international living, finances, and beyond.
See you on the next one.
Bye, everybody.